Good afternoon, YouTube. Thought I'd do a little short demo here on a little gadget that I got. I got it from a friend. He wasn't using it and thought I might want to use it. It's for testing what percentage moisture is still in wood that you may be using in your shop, and it's important to know if you're going to apply a finish, or if your wood turning is the wood dry enough to do your wood turning with minimal warpage, or are you turning it green and it doesn't matter. But there's different reasons, and it says on the forum I was reading, the questions that are posted is, do I really need one? Well, in a way, no, and I'll explain to you why, and then we'll talk about the gadget. Let me set something up and I'll show you. The way I do it works for me. It may not work for you. This depends on a lot of factors. What kind of wood, what percent moisture is already in it, what's the climate that you live in. If you live in a cold climate where it snows, back east maybe where it rains a lot, all over the place. Now, I'm in California, and what I do is I create little stingers. They look like this. Now I'm going to do a mini version of what I do with larger pieces of wood. I can make these a lot longer. I set them down. I'm just going to use an example of two. Then when I get wood and I know that it's got moisture in it still, I set it on top of those. Then I turn around and I add more of these, we'll call them stingers, just like this, and then I add the wood again. Now I do that in the back corner of my garage. It's not in direct sunlight, it's not in direct heat, kind of, let's just call it ambient for the moment, and air circulates in and around these pieces of wood, and I do check them. Now what I do is I put a date on them, and I pretty much know, because I let them sit for quite a while, that they'll be dried out and ready for me to use. Some people are in a rush. If you're in a rush, well, then you may want to check it each day after you've dated it with one of these moisture meters right here. And I'll show you how we use that. It's kind of a neat little device here. I'll show you how it works. Okay, it's manufactured by a corporation called General. And all you would do is you would pull the top off of this, and it's got two spikes here that show. Push the on button. It says it's on. Now if you want to do something, go like this to your skin. Watch this. Okay. So we're up to well over 21 on your own skin. Now, these pieces of wood that I have laying here and here have been sitting around for ages. So we'll stick this to it. It's measuring 0. It's, like I said, they're dried as a popcorn fart. So then let's take one of these. I just cut this on the bandsaw just a little bit ago to make some small stingers for a project. Okay, it's got about 23% moisture, and you say, well, gee, I don't know if that's high, low, or what it is. If you flip it over, and I'm going to stop and zoom in on this real quick so you can see. There's the chart on the back. It'll tell you at 23, well, we're in the high range. Now, if you push this button here, there's only 3 buttons, on and off. This button here will take it from, there's a little icon you can see in the upper left. It'll take it from checking like a single piece of wood to other building materials, so you can check the moisture content in a lot of other things. People, bricks, drywall, plasterboard, whatever you want. This one over here, this little key, this little locking key, if you had it on here, it said 30, and I hit that button, it'll freeze it on the screen for a little bit. So this is a handy little tool, and I do use it from time to time. Is it an absolute necessity to have to dry out your project wood? No, not really, but I like it and I do use it sometimes. Just remember to put a date on the wood, what the percent moisture is, you know, when you checked it. You just do it in pencil or something, and then each time you come out and check it, you'll know how much it's losing. Now, if I don't touch this, in about 3 minutes, I believe the instructions say it will auto shut off. It has in the back right here, there's a lid. You push this, it flips up. It holds a 9-volt battery, and it lasts a really long time because, well, I don't use it every day. So what do I think of this little moisture meter? I think it's a great little tool to have around. but it's not an absolute necessity either. So what do I think about this overall? I give it 2 thumbs up. I mean, if you need something like this and you're doing like a lot of cutting boards or a lot of specialty projects where you're getting wood that isn't like totally dry and ready to go. Now some of them are kiln dried, yes, and you don't need to worry. But if you're getting wood and you think it's still got a lot of moisture in it, this is very handy to have to check. I'd get one, but I'd wait till they go on sale, so just keep an eye out for them. Take a look at Amazon. They're not that bad, but like I said, it's handy to have. Okay folks, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time. Give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and I'll go over more stuff as it pops up that I think it relates to working around the house and hobbies, stuff like that. All right, thank you very much. Bye-bye.